Now you go live. Oh, okay.
What's going on, everybody? It's me, it's RDV. I'm here back again with Zach. We are tackling some new books coming out this week. Yes, I use a new word, tackling. Don't really hear that much on here unless we're talking about fishing.
It's not football season. Why would you talk about Although I did watch a soccer game over the weekend, and they do have tackling in that.
Oh, was it the women's soccer?
No, it was. I didn't know that Colorado and Dallas had soccer. I didn't know the U.S. had a soccer league. I thought that the women's soccer, like the U.S. women's, I thought it was just like for
There's
Olympics
like a minor league, I think, or something like that. There's
Yeah.
a major league.
Yeah, we watched like Dallas and Colorado.
Milwaukee has the Milwaukee Wave. Like, a few people go to that. I was like, I don't care for that. I'd better go watch hockey.
Dude, Baton Rouge is about to. We have a hockey team, and we're gonna have like a hockey season. I'm so excited. I want to.
Everyone just goes there for the AC.
Lots of places have AC.
I
mean,
know,
you don't have to go, but I imagine that might be.
I get hockey, I get air conditioning, and I get beer.
And I get to watch hockey players beat each other up too.
Well, back in the day in the 90s, I don't know more today. But
I think they still have, don't they? I'm sure they still.
I don't. There might be some.
They've kind of toned it down a little bit. You think?
Well, yeah, penalties are probably more, and just they say I got rid of that crap.
Well, I'm just excited to have a professional sport in my hometown that I can go see. Because I wasn't willingly watching soccer, Breen. That was just what happened to be on television. I noticed.
I wasn't watching either. What is soccer?
Soccer is the weak-ass version of hockey.
Paulo says it's football.
That's what I heard. It's not football.
Yeah, our other foreign correspondent who doesn't show up on this channel.
You watch guys like fall down like they hurt their leg, but then they get up like 10 seconds later. It's like play a real sport like actual football where you get sacked and you need to be carried off the field. That's a man's sport right there.
I just want to take this time to ask those who might be tuning in for the first time, if you want to click like, because we appreciate you guys showing up. Like Eric Breen, we have viewers like you, Maranya, and Zach's in there again. I'm not saying hello to you.
Viewers like you, like this is PBS or something.
Donations can help out. Ko-fi.com/Puppetine. The money goes to basically paying for the StreamYard. Also, for those who donate $1 more, you're eligible to choose our next readings, which we do on Fridays and Sundays at 7:15 p.m. Central and 9:30. Actually, no, 8:30 Central. We do 2 readings on Fridays and Sundays for Throwback Comic Books. So you get to choose them, and hey, you might even be eligible to join us. So if you can help the channel, do that, and also leave a comment down below. What's your thoughts on this gets streamed?
And let us know if you're watching. Comment and tell us what you're getting.
Yeah,
as well. Hey, Dave.
Good. What's up, Dave?
I would love to do a morning stream just once, and Dave shows up, and I could be like,
Dave is here.
Good morning, Dave. Like that computer in Independence Day.
That one. Wasn't it Eugene Levy?
No, that was Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, but wasn't Eugene Levy his dad or something?
No, it wasn't Eugene Levy. It was somebody else.
Anyway, let's get going with the top 5 here.
Woohoo! It feels like it's been a while since I've done a top 5.
Right?
Like, was I here last week? I don't even remember.
I think so.
I had a just brain fart. Wow. Okay.
All right, Zach.
Am I starting?
Yeah, where are we going?
Whoa, I get to start. Okay. I'm going to, oh boy, you and Breen better have a whole orchard on retainer because I can feel the apples coming at my head already. We've got, we're going to start off tonight with DC Comics. It's a heavy DC week for me. We're going to do one of these Night Terror tie-ins. Not the Joshua Williamson, not the main one. Actually, you're going to have to go down probably another couple of rows. Not the Jeremy Adams, not the Flash. That's the one, Zatanna. Night Terror Zatanna. That's right. Darn right, wow. First of all, wow, because she's back in the tuxedo and the leggings outfit. But also, wow, so the guy writing this is the guy who has been doing the Unstoppable Doom Patrol book, which is Dennis Culver. And it looks like it might even be a similar artist. But this has her teaming up with Robot Man. So not only do you get Zatanna, you get Zatanna teaming up with Robot Man, which sounds like a Brave and the Bold story that I never knew I needed.
And that's C Kebab.
I know. Well, yeah, the backwards letter. Yeah, Zatanna is back. Yeah. Oh,
I hope there's 100 issues in backwards letters.
That would be great. I would read that.
Get hold of the mirror just to read it.
So I think what it is it kind of ties in a little bit with Justice League Dark because Wonder Woman and Detective Chimp do show up in this, but and it's only going to be a 2-issue story. I think. I mean, there's so many of these tie-ins.
That was Future State. The 2 issues.
Yeah. But the art looks good. I read a couple of issues of the new Doom Patrol. I don't hate it. So I think it'll be good. Plus Zatanna's back in that costume. The best Zatanna costume.
Only because it's a nightmare.
I don't know, man. Some of these covers don't look like nightmares. Like if you scroll down and look at some of the variants, like even the Riley Rossmo cover looks good.
Oh, you're getting the hentai cover, aren't you?
No, not the hentai cover. I mean,
it's cover?
No, the one below that is the one I would like. That Riley Rossmo, I think, actually works. I think the best one is probably the one on that one that your cursor's over right there. Natalie Sanders.
Yeah, Clover.
That's probably the best one. But I really like the design and the style of the Riley Rossmo one. There is the hentai cover. But it looks fun. It looks like it'll be a fun little 2-issue story. Plus, I like Robot Man. Who doesn't like Robot Man?
Manzo's in here too.
Yep, you got a few other Doom Patrol people. Red Tornado's in there. So, yeah.
So I just noticed that this is number 11 out of 47 issues for Night Terrors.
Oh, for the Night Terror tie-ins? Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot. It is a lot. That's true. I'm not getting all of them. I'm just getting a handful. I'm getting the ones of the characters. I feel like maybe here's my tinfoil hat thought for this. So I feel like DC. So like they just started this whole Dawn of DC thing, and so they've got some of the bigger hero names out there, like Superman. They got the new Batman and Robin, Flash, blah 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 blah. I feel like some of this is DC putting out feelers with all these other tie-ins to see like what people grab and think maybe, a lot of people get Zatanna. Why don't we do a Zatanna series? Or a lot of people get Ravager, which I don't see happening. Yeah. But so I feel like some of it might just be a way of sampling out certain characters to see if giving them a title might be profitable.
Cool.
That's my tinfoil hat. But anyway.
Hello to Guido. What's up?
Hey, Guido.
Listen to us on his way to work. Hope you don't crash. Listen to us.
I hope we're more entertaining than whoever your local radio station is.
Pay attention to traffic.
Yes.
Zach's jokes are known to be killer, so
that's true. They're pretty bad. They are pretty bad. Hey, Undead Quinn says Zach got suckered in for the event. Not fully suckered in. Just partially suckered in.
DC filler.
I'm only halfway in the quicksand. I can still be pulled out.
He's like, I see Zatanna and Fishnets on the cover, so I'm getting the book.
Come on. Like none of y'all are going to jump for Zatanna and Fishnets? Come on.
All right. For my first book, my number 5, I got to go to... Wow, I got to go really far down. Which sucks, because it's a good book, and I think most of you probably are sleeping on it. I know Zach's probably sleeping on it.
This far down? I don't think I'm getting anything this far down. Shoot. I even stopped getting... What?
You're not getting Astrobots? I thought you were getting that.
No, I need to. I need to get that. I need to find the first 2 issues. I'm gonna do some hunting for that.
Where is it? So I'm going all the way down here.
Oh, that one. Rick and Morty, The Heart of Rickness. No,
I'm going to Savage Squad 6. That's my number 5.
Okay.
It's Robert Venditti, bro.
Okay.
The year is 2037, so 14 years from now on. I'll be 52.
Oh, God. I'll be 49.
Brutal world war has left humanity in shambles. The remnants of civilization are tracked down and systematically eliminated by the Scourge. For the people of the central colonies, only one hope remains: an elite team deployed into the deadliest location of the planet, Savage Squad 6. Venditti is coming out here to write. Actually, he's co-writing, unless there's a backup story in there. But yeah, Brockton McKinley joins him with Dolph Dalton, Geraldo Filo, and Micah Myers. Micah Myers. That's a new thing for the channel. So I was like, it's not really the best art, but look, there's floating heads.
There are. I did see the floating heads. I do appreciate the floating heads in the corner. That's always a good sign for me.
Yeah. So, like I said, whenever, dude, Venditti, I didn't recognize. I'm like, okay, what's this? And I was like, Venditti's on this, dude. I'm sold. Robert Venditti is not doing anything for DC at all. It's great to see him coming back.
Well, that's not true. He is doing a volume 2 for Superman. What was it, 78 or what was the
yeah? But when?
Soon. It might be by the end of this year or beginning of next year.
But my point is, what has he been doing in the past 6 months?
Probably working on Superman, but.
Hopefully, but I'm saying he hasn't released anything though. That's what I'm saying. I've been deprived of Venditti comics.
This looks different though for him. Like, I know he's done a bunch of different stuff. Like he's done Green Lantern, he's done Superman. This is like Red Dawn, looking, Mad Max kind of stuff. So
exactly, yeah, Red Dawn, Commandy. I don't know.
A little bit of Commandy, a little bit of Red Dawn, a little bit of it's apocalyptic stuff. I mean, shoot, they just have a new apocalyptic show coming out.
The gun this character is holding here is called the Judge, which reminds me of those who watch Walking Dead. Rick carried a gun. I think it was called the Judge, but it's similar.
I was thinking Judge Dredd. I went a completely different direction.
Yes. So yeah, not really big in Dark Horse stuff. And we all knew I do get the Dark Horse book. I get the Resident Alien, which I do recommend people do pick that up. Back issues, those are fun books.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, getting Venditti on his stuff. Tomasi's doing it independent. He's doing Blood Tree. So it's great to see these guys, writers who basically were kind of shoved, or snubbed by DC, out there and still making comic books. Like I said, follow the writer you love, not the company you love. Because the company you love can go to crap quick.
That's very true.
All right, so hopefully this is gonna be good. All right, go to
that's on my pull list as well. I'm gonna look to find issue number 1. Didn't make my top 5 just because I have no idea what's coming from it. It looks completely out of left field for Venditti.
That's why it's my number 5.
There you
go. Because I don't know anything more about it, but it deserves to be on the top 5 list because. Try to check it out.
My number 4, I'm gonna bring in one of my couple of indie books this week. Actually, this might be the only indie. Yeah, it is my only indie book in the top 5 this week. We're gonna go. It's from IDW. We're gonna go to Rocketeer in the Den of Thieves. Nice. Sounds like Aladdin, kinda.
It's Stephen Mooney and
Stephen Mooney.
I looked it up. This isn't the guy who did The Great Race.
It is, or it isn't.
It isn't.
Oh, so it's a different artist. Okay.
It's a different writer.
No, it's the same writer.
No, it's not. I looked it up before. He's on
Stephen Mooney. Stephen Mooney did The Great Race.
You sure?
Yeah.
Let me look.
He's also wrote. He's good. He's got a series that he created called Half Past Danger that was really good. Very pulpy. Dinosaurs, Nazis, dames, ninjas, really cool stuff. If you can find any issues of that, I highly recommend them.
Oh, I guess he is. You are right. He is. Okay.
Gotcha. So
that kind of puts a damper on my mood now for this book.
Well, we'll see. Look, I know Breen didn't like it, or he didn't like the way it ended.
But he did Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, though. I gave him that, though. So it's.
I like The Great Race for the most part. I
know you like The Great Race.
That I'm not going to respond. No, I like that this is almost like a sequel to that. It's a mini series, but it kind of like Mark Millar will do a mini series and then he'll do like a volume 2 or a volume 3. I appreciate kind of that continuity. So this one looks like an elite band of Nazis are going to try to make their own jetpacks, and they kidnap Peavy to help them create them. So it's an interesting sounding story. Of course, you got Betty Page in there too, as his girlfriend.
Yep.
It looks like a lot of fun. I like some of these covers too. The Gabrielle Delato variant down there at the bottom looks amazing.
Like this one too.
The David Messina one is that's kind of got a little bit of an Adam Hughes vibe to it that I like. So yeah, I've been getting into Rocketeer. That's one of the titles and the characters I've been getting into a lot recently. And so yeah, if you haven't jumped into them before, there's a lot of older back issues, stories written by Mark Waid that I would recommend. They just had a one shot actually come out about a month ago.
I hope he gets saved by Betty in this one.
I'd get saved by Betty. Sure.
Megan Rapone. What, bro? That she has nothing to do with comic books.
Yeah. The only What do you mean? Yeah, she's not going to be born for another 70 years in this world.
What do you mean? She's famous right now.
Now, but not back when Rocketeer would have been a thing. This is like back
doesn't
in
make a difference.
30s.
They can write any dude. They can write David Hasselhoff if they really wanted to. If he was that popular.
Mooney's British. Why is he going to put in a U.S. soccer player? Like, even I know with soccer, the British are fiercely they hold that in high esteem.
All right.
But anyway though, Rocketeer and the Den of Thieves. This is issue number 1, I think, of like 4 or 5. So, he did play him.
Yeah,
Dave says Peavy was played by Alan Arkin in the Disney movie. I forgot that he played him. Doggone. Okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, the Rocketeer will not be perfect until a woman puts on the jetpack.
Well, they'd have to put it on the back of Betty because the front, there's too much room.
Well, she'd have enough aerodynamics, as far as flying.
She's not aerodynamic. That's the thing. She might be buoyant, but she's not aerodynamic.
For those water landings, yes.
For the water. Anyway, get off track there. So yeah, number 4 for me, Rocketeer and the Den of Thieves, issue number 1.
Sweet.
Looks good.
All right. My next book is being written by a guy who just ended another book. Independent book he was doing with Justin Greenwood last week.
Oh.
So you should.
What's Guggenheim got?
Guggenheim.
See, I knew that.
He is Guggenheim.
I knew who you were talking about. Yep.
I'm glad you're learning things. He's writing X-Men Days of Future Past, Doomsday number 1.
Really?
Yep.
Is this like X-Men Legends, like the retelling or in between?
No,
stories?
this is basically
I dig that cover though.
These are what Michelin's been doing. They're going back to Days of Future Past, and this is the writer. Guggenheim's going back to his story when he wrote X-Men Days of Future Past, and he's going to be adding the story into it. Okay. So we're getting Cat Pride, Wolverine, Colossus, Storm, Banshee, Angel, Cyclops, or Cyclops, if you prefer on this channel, and Professor X. Notice there's no Bobby on here because nobody wants Bobby.
Well, no, this is the Uncanny X-Men. This is the one that replaced the First Class.
I know. You notice there's no Bobby because nobody wants Bobby.
There's no Bobby. There's no Beast. There is Angel. It looks like.
Angel survived.
But and there's no Jean Grey. Thank God.
Yeah.
I don't like Jean Grey.
No.
And the best Storm outfit.
Says and there's X-Men go in order to find some way to survive, and what scheme of Magneto will bring about their ultimate doomsday. Witness the 30-year descent into the dystopic future, replete with the previously untold deaths of key mutant characters as we flesh out one of the most celebrated X-Men timelines in its own series for the first time. $5 for 36 pages. This is 1 of 5, I believe. So
cool. I love that. Who did the cover?
The cover is done by Jeff Shaw.
Okay. That's a good looking cover.
Yeah, Manu Garcia is the artist on this. So here's the different covers.
I think that might be one of my favorite X-Men team lineups is just the new one from Giant Size X-Men that takes over from the First Class.
Yep. And Dave, yes, if you've donated in the past, I can't tell. I know. I think you have. I have to talk to Puppetine. But yeah, you're welcome to recommend us either choose a retrospective or choose a comic book issue you want us to read.
I totally misread his comment. I thought he was going to tell us the back issue he was picking up this week.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I asked what he was getting.
Well,
Dave, I apologize for the confusion.
I mean, if that's what he's talking about. Either way, it's a good plug though, because for people who donate to $1 or more,
yeah,
you can choose the comic we do either a retrospective on or we read, but it has to be a Marvel or DC comic book.
Now, I do hope that this is written better because Guggenheim has written an X-Men book in the past. He wrote X-Men Gold back in like 2014 or 15 or something like that. And I don't remember it being very well received. It might have been better than X-Men Blue, but I don't remember it being super well received.
This is my old man Logan. I got a Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
I don't need
the movie? Yeah.
Well, just the fact he's old in a jacket. I don't need the other Old Man Logan series they came out with later on.
Oh yeah, no, that they shouldn't have tried to make that an ongoing. It was perfectly fine as the Mark Miller story. What's that movie poster looking?
All right, so yeah, you can recommend.
Oh, what is that? A Liefeld?
Yep, I think so.
Oh, that's
Liefeld
fun. That's fun.
Very cool. Yeah, it's actually one of the covers they had.
Look how they hide. Look how they very propitiously hide almost all the feet.
The feet's right here. Yeah.
Okay, one character has 1 foot showing.
Yeah, but but you can't say he doesn't know how to draw feet anymore because that 1 foot is now drawn.
He drew 1 out of 8 feet.
1 out of 8 feet.
1 out of 8 feet can be drawn by Rob Liefeld.
Yes, but that 1 foot you cannot say he doesn't know how to draw a feet because
that's true.
Yeah, that's what's
but if he had to do the other 7 feet, would they have been done as well?
Even if he draws crappy feet, you know what though? I like it than some of these other people who claim to say, "Oh, we love Marvel DC." They don't. They're just
now. Undead Quinn does make a good point. He says that this cover tribute is overused. I do have to agree.
It is.
It's a very overused cover,
but it's still a good cover though.
It's a good one. Yeah. I agree, but it is very overused.
All right, so yeah, this is why I'm choosing this for my number 4, man. Going into this, and then I do recommend anybody who's going to be reading this this week and all work with this book, go back and read the Uncanny X-Men issues that this is connected to. And so, yep, that's my number 4.
Right on. Austin thinks I have a thing for feet now that I brought that up. That's so disturbing.
Throwing an apple, I think. For some reason, I'm thinking of throwing a Pokeball. Because I've been watching the.
Have you been watching the anime? The Pokemon anime?
Well, I watched the first episode of One Piece, and the main guy, Luffy, is Ash Ketchum, same actor, same voice actor. At least he sounds like it.
No, it's an old woman actually that voices Luffy. It's like an old Japanese woman.
But it sounds just like Ash Ketchum from the cartoon Pokemon.
Oh, you're right. Oh, wait, are you watching the English dub? The English dub?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it does. You're right.
Yeah.
The voice is very similar to
Oh my gosh. So I kept thinking like he's gonna throw Pikachu.
No, not quite.
So that's been in my head all day. Like in this, like I watched the first episode, I was like, wow, this is this crazy episode. A little weirder for my taste, but
it's very weird. It's very weird. Don't get me wrong. It is probably one of the weirder things I've ever seen.
I just don't like.
I enjoy it.
I don't like the anime style though. Like I said, as far as the Jabba the Hutt, she's the most beautiful woman in.
It does increase. It does get better, like as the years go by, but you have to stick with it to see the evolution.
Anyway, so yeah, that's why I was thinking of Pokeballs because that voice has been stuck in my head all day. And then also, I was watching earlier. If you look on YouTube or Instagram, Reels, people upload for those who never watched Pokemon, the funniest thing is that Ash makes fun of Misty nonstop.
Oh, he roasts Misty so much.
I showed it to my friend Friday night. He's like, "What the hell is this?" He's like, "I don't remember this." He's like, "Yeah, dude, neither do I." But apparently, he roasted her like over 100 times.
He does. He really does. He shows no mercy. Maybe it's because Misty does like the water Pokemon, so he thinks that she's immune to all the burns. I don't know.
She's she's got a huge ego too.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway.
All right, my number 3, we're halfway through, and my number 3 book is right there on that top row. It's a big one this week, too. Moon Knight, number 25. That's
your what? It's your number 3?
This is my number 3. This is my
number 3 as well, bro.
What?
For $10, you can support the Geeky Pup Show.
$10. Okay, yeah, so I like how, first of all, up at the top it says enormous 25th issue. I feel like Marvel's doing that to say, look, guys, we have a series that made it to 25 without getting canceled.
Right, he was playing that last night. I was over on Ashton Comics channel. Right? He has a channel. That's crazy. And the only I gotta agree with them. The biggest problem with this is the fact they're doing it on the 25th issue. It's like, oh my gosh, you're paying $10 for issue 25, only because you're introducing Layla L.
Well, but there are 2 stories in this.
Yes. The first story is 70 pages, as it says right here.
Is that that's the new one, right? Or is that the one? Okay,
that's a new one. The Dance Macabre is 70 pages.
Okay, and then there's the Doug Minch and Bill Sikowitz,
which is from Hulk issue number 12, I believe.
Okay,
20, either 12 or 20, which is a long way down. It's called
A Long Way Down. Yeah. And
it has the Hulk.
Oh, it has the Hulk in it. Oh, that's cool.
So I think it's either 12 or 20. I get confused. Breen might know if he's listening.
Is Jean-Paul Duchamp? Is that Frenchie? I'm so used to calling him Frenchie. I don't know what his real name is.
Jean-Paul Duchamp, or you see these characters?
He was down. He was down there. He was right there. That guy right there. Is that Frenchie?
No, I think that's somebody else.
Okay, I thought it was Frenchie.
Might be Frenchie. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I read it.
Because
they always called him Frenchie when I read him in the Doug Mensch books. But you know what? It might be Frenchie.
It is Frenchie.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It is Frenchie. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Frenchie back in the Jed MacKay run.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah, it's from the Hulk magazine. I was trying to think. Is it 12 or is it 20? I think it's 12. The Hulk magazine. So
that's cool.
Gary Frank does a cover on this.
Gary Frank has one. I think Steve. Oh, Frank Miller. You just need to stop, sir.
It's not Frank Miller. It's Gary Frank.
No, Frank. Oh, that one is not. Yeah, that one is Gary Frank. The one you have highlighted right there. No, yeah, that's Frank.
The Frank Miller's right here.
Frank Miller does have one though. Yeah, it ain't looking too hot. The Archon one looks pretty good. I don't hate the Archon one. That one just. It's not bad. I mean, I guess compared to some of his other recent covers, it's not terrible. It just, I don't know.
Like I said, the only reason I'm paying $10 for this is because Moon Knight has actually been proven to be one of the better books at Marvel, and also getting a Doug Mensch story from Hulk number 12, I think it is.
Yeah, I think the Jim Chung cover isn't bad either. It does the whole thing where the cape turns into the moon. That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, $10. I'm not wild about that, but if it is a 70-page story we're getting from Jed MacKay, that is pretty cool to me. And then also, like we said, the Doug Minch backup story with Bill Sikowitz. Is that the Hellfire Gala outfit?
Yes, it is. I didn't know they had one.
Have you ever seen Community? The show Community?
Here and there.
Okay, so they have an episode. So the dean of the school tries to keep the school like really PC, and it's really fun. They actually make fun of it a lot more than they probably could today. But the thing is, when they make a mascot, they try to make the mascot as non-offensive as possible. So they make a mascot that looks pretty much like this, like just a plain white humanoid with no features. Or it might as well look like that. So that's what it reminded me of.
Community with Andy? Or is that the Parks?
That's Parks and Rec. Community's the one that has Joel McHale.
Okay, yeah, I've seen more of the Parks and Rec, not as much as
Parks and Rec is good. Parks and Rec is a good one too. Community is also pretty funny though.
Man, Parks and Rec, man. There's a scene there where it's him, the blonde. What her name is? Is it Amy Poehler?
Leslie. Yeah, Amy Poehler. Yeah,
Amy Poehler, Rob Lowe, and Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt tucks the thing behind him, hits the light switch, destroys it.
Yeah. saw that. That's the blooper. Yeah,
I love the
that is
blooper.
amazing.
He's like, you just destroyed that. Rob Lowe's like, what the hell? He's like,
He's like, that is incredible. Of that whole wall, you hit the tiny little light
light switch, and just took the lights out and he just shattered it.
It's a good show. I recommend that. If anyone just needs a good laugh, Parks and Rec is a good show.
Rob Lowe's kind of funny. When you team him up, some of his blooper stuff.
Yeah,
I gotta give him credit, man.
Sense of humor.
All right, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm not really too keen about the price, but the fact that I'm getting at least 70 pages.
A 70-page story is kind of big.
That's a backup story.
Because think about it, 70 pages. That's like double what you get out of a normal comic book these days. Like normal comic book, you maybe get like what 24, 30 pages of story. So 70 pages is pretty big.
I cannot see it says Undead Clint of the Frank Miller or the Ungodly.
That one just looks creepy. I can't even look at that one anymore.
This
looks
looks
like
what's
he wearing on his feet. What kind of
I don't
shoes
know, but
are
he's got you can see his chest through the thing here. It looks like he looks like a figure skater.
Mesh, some kind of mesh. Yeah,
it's like the figure skater costumes he wore in the 70s, the jumpsuit.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm gonna try to get the Gary Frank one. That's the coolest looking one. I think.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be like Gary Frank, and then you have this one, like the Negative Space one. It's like
I hate this.
Wolf. I hate it. Is it you supposed to be in a slime, a bucket full of slime? Or why is it you can't see the rest of his figure features? It's lazy.
Yeah.
These art germs, I gotta say, art germs are becoming too computer graphic painted.
Yeah, the art germs. I've got a few art germ covers and they're okay, but it's like the more you see them, it's almost like eating the same
it's like
food
Alex
every
Ross.
day.
Alex Ross loses its gloss to it. Loses.
Alex Ross is a higher caliber than art germ is good. But
I understand that, but even Alex Ross, there's a lot of times I cannot look at his covers because it's the same cover.
It's just, yeah. Okay, no, I see what you're saying. Too much of the same thing. Yeah, that's the one that I want though.
That's cool. Really cool. I love this. Like the
little moon darts and then the crescent moon behind them.
That he got from Hawkeye. Remember? Hawkeye made them back in West Coast Avengers. Yeah, so
I don't know why he calls them. Just call them boomerangs or something. They're not darts.
Moonerangs.
There you go, moonerangs.
Moon darts.
Moonerang. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, I'm excited for this though. I like Moon Knight. That's probably the ongoing Marvel series to get right now. I know you like Iron Man. I've been liking Guardians and Fantastic Four. Some of the other Jed McKay books like Doctor Strange or Avengers have been okay, but those are still very early in their runs. This one he's been on for like 2 years.
I am scared to see what Frank Miller would even go if he wanted, because Teal'c said he'd go back to writing Daredevil and Elektra. I'd be afraid what he'd do.
Oh God, I don't know, Teal'c. Be careful what you wish for. Frank Miller.
If that's his art and that, now imagine his writing.
There's a difference. Well, I don't know. His writing might be better. His writing might be better than his art.
Could be, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I know he has Frank Miller present stuff, but I don't know if he's actually writing itself or other people are writing.
I feel like he would be writing one of them. I feel like he would be, but I could be wrong.
Anyway, that was our number 3. Let's go to your number 2.
My number 2. What did I have for number 2? I wrote it down here. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the best DC writers right now is Jeremy Adams. And though some people will say that, they're not going to read Night Terror's Green Lantern, I say you should, because it's a direct continuation of Green Lantern number 2. And so we're going to go Night Terror's Green Lantern number 1. Right there. Jeremy Adams, it's been 2 issues, but his Green Lantern series has been great so far. I know the Night Terrors thing kind of pops up out of left field and it throws off the current story, but I trust Jeremy Adams. I trust he's got a good head on his shoulders. I feel like he's going to navigate the story really well. We're going to find out what's going on with 2184, how Jordan Kilowog, they're trying to find out what's going on with this disturbance on Earth. What's up?
I got to point out something real quickly. This is new. I don't think I've seen this before on this app.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's like they're putting the titles of the issues or the stories in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it goes here. There's a second story by Alex Segura.
Mhm.
shows, yeah, and who's going to be in it.
Yeah. So yeah, I noticed that too, which I kind of dig. I think that's a cool thing.
Well, otherwise
But
it used to be confusing. You didn't know who was writing what.
that's true. When you had like if you had like an anthology or something. Yellow was Fear, Dave. The Yellow Lantern was Fear.
Here's your
Orange was
150 Kelly Jones.
Avarice. Is that
Kelly Jones, bro. 150.
That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty
It's
cool.
the first
I
time
like
I've seen
that one.
Kelly Jones draw anything but Batman.
Yeah. Anything but Batman, I get really excited. And when I see Batman, I'm like, oh, it's the ears again.
Oh wait,
The
it's
Mike
got ears. It's got ears.
It's got ears. The Mike Diodato cover looks kind of cool. It's him and a giant Cthulhu monster. I watched the Doom that came to Gotham the other day, so now I've got like Cthulhu on the brain.
Yeah, I tried to forget that movie.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I had some things I would have done differently. I had some things I would have done differently, but
you need the Derek Robertson, huh? The Boys.
The Boys. This does remind me of The Boys. How does this cover remind me of The Boys?
He's in the city. He's freaking out.
Then the Pete Woods one with all the it kind of gives me Blackest Night vibes. It's like
Necron's in the second story. That's why it's a cover.
Yeah, it's like zombie Green Lanterns coming after House. That's kind of cool. But yeah, Jeremy Adams has been great on Green Lantern so far in these last 2 issues. I'm looking forward to see. I saw some of the preview pages. It looks really cool because the whole thing about Night Terrors is it's supposed to go into like the worst nightmares and fears of all the different DC heroes and villains or whatever. So with Hal Jordan, who is supposed to be the man without fear, that's why Batman hates him so much or doesn't get along with him so much. It's kind of cool to see like what effect this will have on him, I think. So that's why this comes in, and it's Jeremy Adams. I haven't hated anything I've seen the guy write. He's just such a fantastic writer. So that's why this comes in at my number 2.
That first cover though, the main cover,
kind of gives you a little. It gives me Parallax vibes.
You need like Bill Paxton vibes. The haircut.
Kind of maybe.
I always thought he had a green mask. Why is it black? That's weird.
Oh, it's a nightmare. Maybe he's turning into Parallax again. I don't know.
Who does on this again? Looks like Lucio Perillo. It is him, Lucio Perillo. That's why. Okay.
Lucio Perillo? Yeah.
This guy does all the Vampiro books. Vincent Vampiro.
Oh. Okay.
Wow. First I've ever seen him draw a dude on a cover before.
I was
like, what the heck?
Vampirella in a tiny skin-tight red thong.
This right here, you see the spit and all the stuff, and that's normally all the stuff.
Very vampire looking, yeah.
That's normally what he does. The Ghoul covers like that. So and the veins, the veins, always the veins. That's why it's he paints that, dude. None of it's drawn. He just paints it.
Painted. Oh, really?
This whole entire thing. You go on his Instagram channel, and he just paints these things on a giant board, canvas.
Oh, that's cool. So like Alex Ross, kind of. Well, I think Alex might draw before he paints it.
Yeah, I don't know what Alex Ross does, but I'm just saying he just paints it all, by hand, and then he draws it, and then he puts the veneer or whatever at the end with the coat. Mm-hmm. Finish it.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Oh, that's neat. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. All right, my number 2. Well, I guess my number 2 is a book we already talked about.
Oh, got some more crossover?
I had higher on my list, though.
I bet you we have the same number 1, too.
I'd be shocked if we didn't. So my number 2, man, I want to swap on my number 2 now because I'm just kind of disappointed by that book. But I will say this. I was going to say this. If I did swap out my number 2, I would pick Shazam by Mark Waid.
The Shazam one, that's on my pull list too.
It'd be the only Night Terror books I probably get this week if I get one.
The Flash one is also on my pull. I'm very curious about the Flash one. It's more about Barry. Yeah, but it's Alex Packnadel doing the writing.
It's the guy who took over for Ramvi on Carnage.
Yeah, that's it.
But he's also writing that. Guess what else he's writing? Red Goblin this week as well.
Oh, is he really? Okay.
Yeah, it's double weird to see him on 2 books. And then it's Christos Cage and Ramvi on Web Carnage.
Christos Cage is doing the Web of Carnage?
along with Rampy.
Nice. Christus Gage is pretty good.
Yep.
And
And then
of course, Rambi is
another shout out is to Loki. What if direct Loki? This is Walt Simonson.
Oh wait, that's a Walt
Simonson.
Simonson?
It's Walt Simonson. I call it Simonson because that's what he does.
I might actually have to pay attention to that book now. I thought it was just going to be some lame.
No,
what if?
It's a throwback book. Throwback what if? It's drawn every way back to old style. So
who's drawing? Is it Walt Simonson doing the art too?
I don't think no. It's I maybe it is. Let me look.
If he's doing the art and the writing, I might actually have to pick that up for my What If collection.
What's up, MK? It's Scott Eden.
Okay.
But shows the alternate covers here. Lou Pacino has one.
Okay.
And Delato has the regular Loki. So,
okay.
Looks kind of cool. So my number 2 though, I gotta go all the way down here because it's so far at the end here. It's Rocketeer. See, I was under the impression it wasn't him. I didn't see it the first time. I was like, oh. So I was like, oh. It's like it should be number 5.
He's still a good writer. He might not have stuck the landing on the last miniseries.
I got you. I am. Oh man, I'm a sucker when it comes to Rocketeer stuff. And I like Betty. The whole idea, PV, stuff. The only thing I told Ash last night, I would change the rocket. Get rid of the freaking ugly design. Go back to the one they had in the movie. I like the silver one, the jetpack he had.
I don't hate that one.
Yeah,
that might just be for the cover too. I don't remember if that's what it looks like in the interior.
No, that's what it is. That's what they've been doing. But I like the one they did in the movie though. In the movie it was a silver one, but it had 2 jet engines.
I see what you're saying.
If I remember correctly, two rockets.
Yeah, I think it had 2 thrusters. Yeah, I think it did.
Yes. You mean it has the zombie version of the Flash instead of the real Flash, Wally? Evil Black Cat? Yeah, Barry's been a zombie for the longest time. Same with him and Bucky. But
Bucky was good in the Brubaker. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say. I'm gonna say real quickly on this is that I wish IDW had the rights to Indiana Jones, or even if Marvel had the rights to the Rocketeer. I would love to see these two do a crossover. We had a tease in the last issue. I'm
actually kind of surprised that Disney doesn't have, because they were the ones that released the movie.
Disney has rights, full rights to Marvel, all the Indiana Jones Marvel stuff.
Indiana Jones, but I'm talking about Rocketeer, because Rocketeer was a Disney movie.
Yeah.
So it's kind of curious that they don't have like printing rights, I guess.
Maybe. I want Doc Savage. I want all
Doc,
these guys.
Indiana, Zorro.
Where's my that'd be my League Extraordinary, gentlemen. Not the crappy one we got with Sean Connery.
I actually saw a trailer for that the other day. God, that looked just as bad as I remember. It also looked fun, but it also just looked really bad.
Yeah. So that is my number 2. Let's go to your number 1.
All right. Well, first of all, let's do some counting down. We've had a few people putting their comics in the chat.
I think.
Tehillim, Undead Quinn's only getting 3 books this week. Okay. Tehillim's getting 5. He says his number 5 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Stranger Things crossover. Number 4 is Night Terrors The Robin tie-in. Number 3 is Night Terrors, just the main Night Terrors title. His number 2 is Something Epic, which I've heard you talk about.
Yes, it's an awesome book.
Yeah. And then his number 1 book this week is World's Finest Teen Titans. Undead Quinn says he's only getting 3 books. His number 3 is Void Rivals. He's getting the second printing of issue number 1, which I'm going to be on the look for as well. And then he said his number 2 is way down here. He's getting Dark Ride number 7. That's his number 2 book. And then his number 1 is one that you mentioned a little while back, Astrobots number 3.
Nice.
So which I'm going to be on the hunt for those Astrobots books.
That's Something Epic. I would recommend it to you, but it's a sad. So far, it's been a sad story.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his mom's dying from cancer in the book. So
God dog it, man.
I know.
We gotta find different kinds of comics, man.
I
We keep reading these
But
cancer ones.
But there's more
Good
to
Lord.
than just that. That's just part of the thing that's going on theme. So I mean, for those who are sensitive to that
Okay.
stuff, with
Yeah.
the passing of our friend.
Well, I started reading to a power bomb, and like 10 pages in, I was like, "Oh man, doggone it!" Seriously, so I took a break from that. I'm not going to spoil anything, but
it is. And like I said, it is hard to
It's harsh.
read some books that I know that our friend Curtis would love.
yeah,
Talked about. There's so much, man. Like, dude, that's all,
I know. That's why I saw Alex Packnadell was writing The Flash, and I was like, "Oh dang, I wonder if Skip would read this."
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get sappy here if I don't course correct. So I'm gonna course correct here. I'm gonna count down. Yeah, MK, not depressing at all, right? All right, my number 5 book this week was Night Terrors, The Zatanna, number 1.
Yep.
My number 4 is Rocketeer and the Den of Thieves, issue number 1. Number 3 is that giant oversized Moon Knight, number 25.
Mhm.
Number 2 is Night Terrors Green Lantern. And my number 1, I'm going to save and I'll hold on to because I'm pretty sure you have the same one.
If it's not Scarlet Witch, you're not cool.
Man, no, the Superman Lost. That's the Christopher Priest one, right?
That's the best writer ever, Christopher Priest, who does not self-insert whatsoever. All right, number 5 was Savage Squad. I almost want to say Savage Sword. I can't read my handwriting.
Savage Sword.
I was like, what? Conan? Oh,
Conan? Look, Vendetti writing Conan, I would read that. Absolutely.
Heck yeah, you would. Anybody writing Conan that's not at Marvel.
I was about to say, not anybody writing Conan. Some people.
X-Men Days of Future Past. That is number 4. Number 3 is obviously it's Moon Knight. And then number 2, they saw is Rocketeer. Number 1, Zach. And
number 1.
It better not be Night Terrors number 1.
No, it's not. I am getting that, but that didn't make it into my top 5. No, of course it's this. It's World's Finest Teen Titans number 1.
Dude, this looks so awesome. You know what's one thing?
If this doesn't become an ongoing, I will pick it in front of DC's office.
It is interesting though. We have Bumblebee on here, but guess who's on
I
here?
like it. I like Bumblebee on there.
So when does Changeling come into the DC Titans?
He was still called Beast Boy at the time.
No, he's Changeling.
He was called Changeling when Wolfman and Perez took over. Prior to that, he was called Beast Boy. I'm pretty
can we get a fact check on that, Mariah and
Breen? Can you fact check?
Can you let me know? Because that doesn't sound right.
He had a mask too. He didn't go maskless like in the Wolfman Perez. And like Silver Age, he had a mask. And he went by Beast Boy. But I want to say he joined the team towards the end of that run though.
Zach is right. Dear God.
That's right.
They called them Beast Boys first, and then he became Changeling.
Mm-hmm. And then back to Beast Boy.
That is retarded.
I don't know what to tell you. Beast Boy sounds better.
All these years, I was led to believe that he was called Changeling because of Breen.
Why do you think they called him Beast Boy in the cartoon and not
because they want to be different for royalty's sake? I don't know.
Okay. Beast Boy was a member of Teen Titans West. There you go. And Dave, to answer your question, this is Dick Grayson Robin.
Yes.
I know the pants is confusing because we're used to seeing Robin without pants, but they gave him,
So I want to say the first thing I noticed off of this, other than there's a team, is who the artist is right away.
Emanuela.
No, the cover artist.
Oh, that's Dan Mora.
No,
that's not Dan.
Firepower, bro.
Oh, it's Chris Samney. That's right. Duh.
Yeah, it's Chris Samney doing the art on the cover from Firepower, which is coming out next week, I believe, right?
Next week or in 2 weeks?
Within 2 weeks.
This month for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Arcaladio's back with Speedy in the back, because he's so high.
I like the lineup. The lineup is really cool.
So I was looking at this. I'm like, "Where's Jericho?"
I don't care for Jericho.
So now I was like, dude, like at first I thought we were gonna have Dan Moore on this, but Emanuela Lupacino is a really, really, really good artist.
I feel like if you had to do a spinoff of the series and you couldn't get Dan Mora, I think Lupacino is a good substitute.
I think she did a cover art, or no, she might have did interior art when they had.
She does have a cover. She does have the 1 in 50 with Starro, or it's not Starro. It's
and World's Finest, the original Batman Superman World's Finest. She did either a cover or interior art where they're having the date. It was Robin.
The Robin Supergirl?
Yeah, that was her.
She might have done the interior. I think she did. I think Dan Mora took a break or something.
Yeah, so
there was another one where Dan Mora took a break. I think it was like the one where they go back in time to the circus to get Robin. That might not have been Dan Mora. I don't remember.
So the only thing you're gonna do the Grooviest Group here, and this looks like it's going back to the Nick Cardy one. Back at the original Teen Titans, the 60s,
Mm-hmm.
Not the later ones. Just because the lineup.
Well, yeah, it's the original 5, and then Bumblebee's in there too. Yeah.
Yeah. When did she join? Later, wasn't
it? Around the same time, I think, as Beast Boy and Guardian did. I mean, she wasn't one of the 5. She was like, she was a side cast member that just kind of got included. I want to say she joined Teen Titans West as well. So I want to say, could be wrong.
Look at this cover by Doc Shaner.
The Doc Shaner covers are pretty cool. He's got one that he's doing for all the members. The Wonder Girl one.
Like I said, I'm so tempted to get this cover.
That's a good one.
I collect all of them.
I really like the speaking of Lupacino, the Emanuela Lupacino, the 1 in 50.
Yeah.
I really like that one.
It's so weird seeing him holding up a cell phone, though.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, they've had in World's Finest, they've kind of snuck smartphones and more advanced tech in there than we're used to seeing. But
maybe just for the cover, maybe the interior won't have that.
I do kind of like, though, how they're kind of leaning into what teens do today. Just kind of like Silver Age. Like, whenever we read those old Teen Titans issues, like, they're all talking like teens back in the day and, like, dancing and jiving and whatever. I kind of like that.
Kind of doing okay, so what's up to Ash?
Oh, good God. What is that now? What is that? Is that new?
That's usually what Breen does, Bill.
Oh, okay.
He yells it in the chat. And then what's Eric is saying, this seems to be set in the Teen Titans issues 43 through 53. Or sorry, 40 through 53. 1976. Yeah, and I'm with you, Undead Quinn. I don't care. The art is great, but get rid of these cell phones.
Yeah. I don't hate it.
Give them communicators like Star Trek. Walkie-talkies. Why don't they have walkie-talkies?
Why would they have walkie-talkies? They can just have earpieces, and then they can keep their hands free.
Because walkie-talkies are cool, bro.
They had smartphones literally in the last issue of World's Finest.
Walkie-talkies are awesome.
Okay.
The earpieces are connected to a walkie-talkie system.
The Jim Chung cover is also really cool, actually.
I like the Scott Forbes, man. Look at this one.
Scott Forbes? Yeah. That one looks like a movie poster, kind of.
The motion capture. Yeah.
I take it back. I don't care for the faces. The faces look.
Yeah, she looks kind of weird.
All of them do a little bit. Like if you look at them too long, they look very.
Jim Chung is the cover you initiated, and I'm gonna look for that. I just wish they put the damn UPC in the back.
Look, they got the go-go checks on the top of that one now.
I know.
That's the one that Breen's gonna get.
Breen's not gonna get any of them. Breen's like, I can't pay this. It's too much money. That's $6 for go-go checks.
That is a really sweet cover, though.
But
I like the Jim Chung. I like the Lupacino. I want to see what the Samney variant retro looks like. I guess that one's going to be exclusive to Comic-Con.
I want this one.
Hey, man. If someone's going to Comic-Con and they go down Artist Alley, they can get like a sketch on that.
Well, you know what this is, right? This is the Vince Colonna variant. Yeah, I don't know what that. I bet you this retro variant, is going to be the same thing as his normal one.
Probably just with maybe some go-go checks at the top, maybe.
Probably. But man, I hope it's good. Like I know I've been loving World's Finest Batman Superman. Yeah, just set in the same era too. We've seen him pop up in the Batman Superman one.
We've seen him pop up several times.
Yeah, use him.
They used him kind of in the Devil Nazar story, and then they really used him when they had that Superboy the Boy Thunder story when he came in, they really used him. So
It says follow the leader, 20 pages story.
I like it. If it's done right, I could honestly see this even being a better Titan story than the Tom Taylor one. It doesn't take much to be better.
Dude, it's gonna Tom Taylor is gonna suck compared to this.
Yeah. So I hope that this becomes an ongoing. I think right now it's only supposed to be a limited
on this Separated Man. Remember that guy?
Is that arm fall off? Is that arms fall off?
No,
man?
Separated Man is when the kid's doctor.
No!
Yeah, come all together.
Yeah. I remember him. Okay.
Scientists.
Yeah. I remember.
We read that I want them all on the scooters, Daddy-O.
God, please no. Please, I don't think he'll do this, but if I see Daddy-O or any of that 70s,
he can wax my slats anytime.
If I see anything about slats getting waxed, no, Mark Wade, you'll have gone too far.
And two things, I think he'll probably end dropping the Tom Taylor one.
You know what, Tehillim? I didn't expect much of it, but 2 issues in, and I gotta say, it's not bad. I don't think it's his best. I'm still wary, but it isn't bad. Issue 2 was actually better than issue number 1. So I'm still going to give it, until he really royally screws up, which is probably inevitable.
Well, okay, so here's Ash's comment about the cell phone thing.
What's Ash saying about
Batman has his own freaking network, Ewing Industries. I'm pretty sure nobody can hack into his shit. And their cell phones are probably under false names. So not
maybe.
No, so
I don't have an issue with kids having cell phones. I mean,
I just like you said, it's a communicator. Yeah,
that's me.
How did the Ninja Turtles get cell phones? They have their own little communicators they talk to that Donnie built.
Oh, I just remember from the Teen Titans cartoon, they had those little Titans communicators.
Yeah,
but that was the new. That
was just an alternate cover. I don't know if it's gonna be modernized or not. But it's in the 70s. They don't have cell phones yet,
we read. I mean, just in the last World's Finest issue with like the new Mazo, like they had smartphones in that.
Did they? I don't remember seeing that.
They've been kind of like, it's not like overt, but they have been like even these older stories that are supposed to have.
So it's like Silver Age mixed with the 80s.
It's like they're slowly merging like current time stuff into, but it doesn't affect the stories, and it doesn't necessarily undo all the past World's Finest stories either.
All right, so yeah, looking forward to this. And then
looks really good.
Let's go over to the trades coming out this week.
Chris Samney, baby.
Yeah. Nemesis Reloaded. If you missed the issues, you can get the trade for $17. Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, complete omnibus, $100. And Superior Spider-Man omnibus for $125. Get the Batman.
That's too much. Turtles. That's $100 too much.
Well, man, whatever happened to the Fantastic? Whatever happened to the Fantastic Four? I've been asking that since Ryan North took over.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
$20 too much.
It's not Hickman, but it's not bad.
Forge Volume 2 is out.
Nice.
We got Dark Horse Minor Threats. Never heard of this. It's Patton Oswalt, though. That's why.
Yeah, that's why. That would be why.
Tales of the Jedi. Don't read Star Wars. Doctor Strange by Donny Cates.
Yeah, I forgot that Donny Cates. I forgot that he wrote a little bit of Doctor Strange. I actually have the trade of the. It's what's it called? It's the one. It's right after Secret Empire, where Mephisto takes control of Las Vegas, and so you have Doctor Strange trapped in Vegas, and then you have like Wong, Moon Knight, a couple of other supernatural heroes that go in. And
what do you mean the Wong Moon Knight?
No, Wong, Moon Knight, and others. Go in there to save Doctor Strange because he gets trapped in Las Vegas with Mephisto.
All right, we also got
Scarlet Spider's in there too.
Daredevil collection there, Epic Collection, Touch of Typhoid.
Interesting.
With Niz and Decenti and Romita Jr. So very it's cool. Going to have decent writing but bad art. All right, and then the Mighty Marvel Masterworks, Thanks Spider-Man, Stan Lee, Steve Ditko.
I want to see more homages of that cover. We don't see enough homages of the Spider-Man holding up the giant metal thing with the water.
I was going to do a parody of this, but have Zeb Well putting all the Zeb Well's crap bad ideas on top. He was like, I can't hold it up any longer.
Zeb Wells or the editors? I feel like it should be the editor.
Yep. DC Mech hardcover.
Yeah.
The Vault
DC
of Horror, DC Archives, Volume 3. You should be getting this.
I bet you Breen's getting it.
Brian, is it Brian Azarolas? Looks like it. Get Joe.
Brian Azzarello?
Azzarello? Sorry, I
Yeah.
can't remember his name.
I heard about that.
Look at this. Here's the original cover. I'm gonna try to find this.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yep.
That's neat.
I want that. That's so cool.
Is Unbreakable Red Sonja? That's the one where the little kid is with her, right?
Yep.
Little kid Sonja.
Yep.
Yo, look at that Defenders omnibus though.
Size Annual, Volume 2, hardcover. Spider Woman gets her own little trade here for $10.
Oh, they really don't like Jessica Drew.
Dead Mall, I do recommend those who didn't get a chance to read this, pick it up. Adam Caesar is doing it, and Steve Dill as the interiors. It is a little creepy book. Kids wander into a mall, and something's watching them, and they start seeing things, and then they're trapped in there. They can't escape the mall because the mall's alive.
Would you say something is watching the children compared to something is killing the children?
Well, it does it later. The second part too. Resident Alien: Book of Love. Like I said, it's another book I like by Dark Horse Comics. Just a quirky, just happy interspecies love. Sorry. I know Ash doesn't like that. Yeah. Captain America, Marvel Masterworks, hardcover number 15, $75.
Nice.
So these Masterworks are a great way to collect them if you don't have these yet. I'm sure this is probably like the reprint number 5 or 4 edition of these. Oh, look at that, Defenders 4. Yeah, look at that, looks cool.
I don't like all the granite frame. It shrinks the cover. Like I like to see the cover.
Yeah, I know, but like I said, like
I know it's just like a little nitpick I have. Like that Defenders cover looks really, really cool, but yeah, when you do like the granite, it shrinks it in.
Brian Michael Bendis, Powers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Powers. That was the first big thing he wrote, I think, huh?
This is what I'm looking forward to, but I know no one will ever have it because freaking Rebellion sucks at shipping things overseas. So waiting for my freaking Hawk the Slayer book, assholes. I'm still waiting for it. It's like it was supposed to come out like May, I think it was, or April. Originally April, then May, and then like just never got shipped. I didn't pay for anything, but still, it's like, man, if I had, I just want to read that story, man. I got 1 in 5. I'm missing 2 through 3 or 2 through 4. Yeah, but this is the Spider Syndicate Crime. This is basically the book that they copied Spider-Man off of.
What? Stan Lee plagiarized Spider-Man?
Took the webbing idea, added onto it.
Didn't Tarantula come out first, actually, or did Spider-Man come out before Tarantula? Because I remember Tarantula from DC had
there was a movie.
Very similar powers.
They did a movie. I think it was through Columbia. I think it was. They called The Spider. And he had the mask on, and they had the hat, trench coat, like the Shadows. Combination of the Shadow because he had the 2 guns.
Yeah.
And then he had.
But did it have the eyes like Spider-Man, like the moon-shaped eyes?
No, but he had the giant web all over his face, like the web, and then some of his cape stuff.
Yeah.
So they kind of took the idea. They're inspired by it, to say. But yeah, these are the trades coming out this week. I hope you guys have fun and man, I hope let you guys let me know what you're getting this week down below if you haven't done so.
I already picked up a couple of trades over the weekend. I was over at a bookstore and I picked up a few trades.
That's the thing.
We'll have some to.
You guys who do not like new comic books, got old ones coming out.
Yeah, back issues, baby.
Yeah, back issue, hardcover back issue, dude. I gotta say, I'm a hardcover guy. I love hardcover versus the softcover. It just looks better.
Yeah, the hardcovers are great. That Defenders cover looks really, really good too. I like that for the omnibus.
Yeah, I said the Mighty Maverick. Dude, these are like the size of manga.
Yeah, little pocket size. Oh, not pocket size. Slightly smaller than a normal hardcover, though. Yeah.
Yeah, $16 for that, and then going in stock trades is even cheaper than that. Yeah, we're
Yep.
not even gonna talk about the other freaking.
Make sure you give them your correct shipping address though.
Yes, don't send it to your ex-wife.
Don't send them to your ex. That's awkward.
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 All right, guys, that's it for this week. We do ask that you come over by I Love Comics. We'll have the season finale of the Marvel RPG over there. Yes, right. One of our guys, Jay, is not feeling well, so he may not be joining us. And of course, E, as always, does not join the game he started. We'll be over there in a few minutes. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I hope. Yep. So we'll see you on Thursday then. After this.
Or will we not be here tomorrow night? Doing
Secret Invasion? Right. Yeah, Secret Invasion. I won't be here tomorrow. You will.
So it'll be me and the puppet.
You and the puppets. Yes.
The puppet and I will be here.
The two puppets.
Or will we have an impersonator Vinkman? A scroll Vinkman even?
Oh, it'd be better than one of the ones you got on the show.
All right, guys. See y'all over at I Love Comics.